personally for that commercial.
Yes, he did.
And as we hear from Bruce Riddell, the No Limits champion, Bryce Harrison, the following, they have taken over FSW.
They have taken over FSW. They have brought cool into FSW.
That is right. Last week, we saw new tag team champions, Duke and Cutthroat Cody. Did you ever think you'd see the day that Cutthroat Cody got a belt around his waist?
No. No, I mean, no, absolutely not. There was. I mean, let's rewind the clock 2 years. Crash Test Cody was a what? Be honest.
A lovable loser.
A lovable loser. Well, what are the word we use? 3 letters.
A bum.
A bum.
You called him a bum.
He was a bum. Okay, he was a punching bag. He was a loser. He was the guy back in the mid '80s. Crash Test Cody would have been the guy standing in the corner picking his fingernails. Oblivious to the...
He'd be the Dusty Wolf.
No. He'd be the guy that'd be picking his fingernails in the corner, oblivious that Iron Man by Black Sabbath was playing over the loudspeakers, and the Road Warriors would just come in and annihilate that guy. That's what Crash Test Cody was. But now, he's who?
Cutthroat Cody.
Unbelievable.
A man you cannot trust. Bryce Harrison, accompanied by the one and only Shelly Martinez.
Yeah, good to have some TNA on the show here.
You know, we got Duke at ringside.
You know, let me make something clear here. You know, the following would it's really not fair to have them at ringside, but Bryce is kind of like brainwash these guys to just like follow him wherever he goes. I mean, you know, hence the following. They just follow him around. You know,
pretty much. Yes.
I went to Chipotle the other day. Okay, and had some Mexican food, and they said, "Hey, Bryce Harrison was here with the following." You know, they just follow him around. Like, wherever Bryce Harrison goes, they follow.
You know, and obviously that is, you know, you want to credit Cutthroat Cody for winning the tag belts to Bryce Harrison. Under his tutelage, he now has a title.
Absolutely.
Duke is a guy that kind of lumbered in the on the shows.
Didn't impress me.
You know, he won some matches, he lost some matches.
Didn't impress me. I'll be completely honest with you. He was completely just average. I didn't think badly of him. I didn't think highly of him. He was right down. It was in the middle. But now, with the influence of Bryce Harrison, who is kind of like a guru here, a Svengali here in FSW.
You know, taking on Adam Thornstowe, a man that we've seen multiple times, tag team champions. Luster is injured, and now Thornstowe getting an opportunity for singles gold.
Right, and let's not, you know, I mean, the Reno Scum, I've been critics of their appearance and, you know, their style, but no doubt that Thornstowe is an A wrestler. You know, he's not to be like, whether it's in tag team competition, singles competition, you're going to get an A match out of the guy. He's an A. You know, I mean, I would almost be willing to say that tag team competition has stunted his growth in the wrestling business because he could be a guy, as we're watching right now, that could easily become champion.
And you are absolutely right about that. Huge fan of Adam Thornstowe. I've seen some singles work from him in the past. And again, together they're fantastic. And usually when you're in a singles thing, you don't do it enough, and maybe you're lacking. But Adam Thornstowe, he has got all the tools to be the No Limits champion.
Whoa, what a perfect drop kick. Wow. You know, and that was right on the button, Joe. Did you see that?
I saw that. Here's a guy that it might be an upset. If Bryce Harrison beats him, that's how good Adam Thornstowe is.
Well, it's a fair match. I mean, it's an even matchup. There's no doubt about that.
You know, I think Bryce better bring his A game tonight, or that title will be short-lived.
You're a mess. What great analysis here
Thank
from
you,
John. You sound like you've been working with D'Lo Brown.
You know,
like really just you know, it's kind of like obvious. You know, make it simple for the fans to understand. You know, just like
they're big fans of that.
Tell it like it is, right?
And right now we got a little chop fest going.
Ooh.
And they are going back and forth. Main event time here.
Ooh, it's like a hockey fight.
And who is going to get the best of it? I got to give the edge to Thornstowe.
Well, I'm not going to sell Bryce Harrison short, especially he's got the whole following hanging out of ringside with him.
Oh!
What was that?
And he just tossed him over the top rope.
Bryce
cracked his skull.
It was like trying to do a springboard, And then Thornstowe very intelligently just shoved him right in the tush and gave him all the oomph he needed to toss him right out of the ring.
You know, one thing about Thornstowe, he may be well-liked by the fans, but he will do whatever it takes for that victory.
Yes, he will.
He's not shy. And down, look at this. The stomp, and he drops down on Bryce Harrison. And there is a 2 count, and Jacob Austin Young was getting on the apron just in case.
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, in all honesty, to be a good singles wrestler, okay, the first thing, well, Joe, let me ask you this. Let me ask you what you think good qualifications are for a singles competitor. What do you need to be a successful singles competitor? What in your opinion?
You know, you need to have a combination of speed, agility, you know, knowing the game. You know, it's a difficult situation. It's a lot different being in a tag and being in a singles, and that's why, you know, talking about a guy like Thornstowe, he is very impressive that, you know, right now there's no tags for him. He isn't going to be being able to rely on luster. You know, he's got great cardio. He's a guy who can go 60 minutes if he has to today. And Adam Thornstowe.
Boy, you're the type of guy, you know, ask you what time it is, you tell me how to build a watch, huh?
Well, you're asking a question. You know, we got time here because I'm pretty sure this match is going to last a little bit.
Let me tell you, first of all, the single most important thing to be a singles competitor as opposed to a tag team competitor. Number 1 is courage, okay? You got to be able and willing to endure physical pain. You got to be able to take a beating out there because you can't tag your partner when the going gets tough. You need to fight through the pain. A lot of successful competitors that we've seen are those that can take tremendous amounts of punishment during a match. Thornstowe fits the bill with that. The second thing you need these days to be a successful competitor in the singles competition is to have a very unique skill set because everybody has done pretty much everything. Professional wrestling has evolved these days. You need to be innovative with your offense, and you need to be skilled at defending other people's offense. So you got to. So like I said, the main thing is you got to look at this, and you got to be intelligent too. Obviously, and Bryce Harrison obviously has a smart, fooling the referee here. Look at this.
And now the following, just picking at Adam Thornstowe.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Oh, look at this!
Wow,
with the axe handle by Bryce Harrison. On top of Thornstowe, kind of turned this match around.
Boy, look at Shelly Martinez's shorts. Do you
see
those?
They are very short.
Shorts with a capital S, yes. Right?
Thankfully, it's very comfortable inside Sam's Town Live. And he pitches Thornstowe back in, and, you know, Bryce right now off the top.
Oh, nice. Wow, Bryce flying tonight. Bryce hasn't been, I've noticed, since he got away from that stupid surfer gimmick that he was doing when he was with that schmuck Scratch with the K, that Bryce has been more of a high flyer lately. Have you noticed this?
I haven't been noticing
that.
No,
excuse me. He hasn't been. Yes. He hasn't been, which is making it unusual that he has chosen to do that in this match. Maybe because of the opponent that he has, he's thinking that maybe like if he's going to fly, then I'm going to fly too.
You know, as we've talked about the risk versus the reward, Thornstowe's a guy who's going to pull everything out. And look at that, lands on his feet.
Ooh.
And Bryce Harrison not expecting it, and now Thornstowe with the clothesline, and look at that.
Wow.
The spinning kick, and down goes Bryce Harrison.
I'll tell you this much. I mean, Thornstowe has been in control for pretty much 75% of this match, I'd say. Oh, and I like that.
1, 2.
No, he did not get him.
And the following was very nervous.
Yeah,
as
they
almost
were.
All of them went jumping to the apron.
They kind of get the feeling that like if Bryce ever loses or he's not doesn't have success out there, that they're going to feel the brunt of his anger. You get that?
I'm pretty sure of that.
Have you heard about the stories of abuse with the following, Bryce?
I have not offhand, but look at this. He catches him.
Whoa!
And he nails him with the Michinoku driver. 1, 2.
I prefer to call that the Hoovy driver.
The Hoovy driver,
The Hoovy driver.
How is Hoovy doing this?
He's doing great.
And right now we got a
the
great
juices,
matchup.
You can why don't you follow him on Twitter?
I will try to do that. I saw your boy New Jack's back up on Facebook.
Yeah, it's back up on Facebook.
And Adam Thornstowe.
Why don't you bring in New Jack and let him
carve somebody up?
Yeah, just stab some people.
How about you and him in a hardcore match?
Me, against who?
You.
No, we versus New Jack?
Yeah, you.
No, me and New Jack versus a couple guys would be a great match.
That's an angry vet also.
Yes, he is. That'd be great. I'd love to get New Jack in here.
And
whatever happened to Jay Lethal? We're supposed to get my boy Jay Lethal in here.
I thought you were talking about him. Jack Manley was very excited.
Well, he says you haven't returned your calls.
Well, I tried.
Let's book him against Jack Manley. Why don't we do that?
I think we should.
I think we should too. Get my boy Jay Lethal against that schmuck Jack Manley. He's been running around here running his mouth to Remy Marcel. That'd be a great match.
And look at this, onto the top, but Thornstowe gets stopped by Bryce Harrison.
Yeah, high risk. Well, what's my one thing I've always said about high risk?
That there's also
there
could be a lot of reward.
I've always been a proponent that you should always put your opponent at risk as opposed to what?
Putting yourself at risk.
And how much sense does that make?
A lot of times it makes great sense, but a guy like Thornstowe we've seen do some crazy things that have helped him win matches.
It's like an X-gamer, there's no little regard for his own safety, and win at all costs.
Right, as you were talking about the new school, a different mentality.
It's kind of like some of the real aggressive poker players that
That's right.
they win the millions, they win the tournaments because they do crazy wild things and make very crazy decisions to try to win big, right?
Yeah, some guy Johnny Chevelle, I believe his name is.
Who is that?
Yeah, one of the best poker players around. Just ask him.
Johnny Chevelle, who's that?
Yes. Well, he used to have a better car, but now he's down to the Chevelle.
Oh, okay, Johnny Chevelle, I understand.
And look at this, Thornstowe pitching.
Wow,
and out goes Bryce Harrison.
Wow.
And listen to the crowd. They
Here
are
he
starting to
goes.
make some noise, and look at that.
What a dive!
Over the top, taking out all the members of the following, and listen to the crowd. They are on their feet. No Limits title on the line.
What a perfect flip that was. He took the whole following out.
Look at Paulie Cover. He's like,
he's got his jaw wide open.
And that isn't even because Shelly Martinez passed
with those shorts.
And look at this, Thornstowe going up top, looking to finish
this could
off
be
Bryce.
A new champion. No, he got the knees up.
And
what
Bryce
a move
Harrison,
by Bryce.
1, 2.
No, he did not get him. Wow.
I thought it was going to be all over Disco Inferno.
What a great near fall that was.
Adam Thornstowe is able to kick out Bryce, getting the knees up, or we would have had a new champion here at Sam's Town Live. Want to remind everybody, November 22nd, we will be back at the Silverton Casino. Luck of the draw.
Yep. You know who's going to be competing there again?
We have a tag team tournament, and the Angry Vets are entered.
The Angry Vets with the hottest competitor in FSW Day, the Disco Inferno, will be competing that night.
With Michael Modest. We got a great show in store for you. Chris Masters, former WWE superstar, will be here to
the
take
Master Lock.
To take on Tyshawn Prince.
Wow. Oh, well, look at Thorstons playing possum.
And the return of the former champion, Sean Ricker.
Wow. Oh, Ricker's back. Holy smokes.
It's going to be a great show that you don't want to miss. Looks like you hit him on like the top of the head.
Oh, and there it is.
Death Valley Driver. We can now have a new champion.
He's going to pin him, Joe.
Thornstowe has got to make the cover.
I told you Thornstowe could win. You said he didn't have a chance.
Wrong guy. Look at this. Thornstowe covering. 1, 2.
No, he did not get him. Wow.
And he took a little bit too long.
I told you he wasn't going to pin him with that. There's no way you're going to pin Bryce Harrison that easily.
And what a matchup. No Limits title on the line. Thornstowe from the Reno Scum, former 2-time tag team champion. Due to injury to his partner, Luster, he's going for some singles gold tonight. And he has proven he is as good as there is.
Oof.
And I guess he missed Bryce with the shot that he was trying to throw.
Didn't miss him with that one.
So now a couple of slaps.
They're laying the smack down each other.
And it looks like Thornstowe a little winded right there.
Looks like they're both winded.
But those kicks were right on target.
This is where your championship DNA needs to take over. We're going to find out a lot about Bryce Harrison right now.
The knee to the top of the head. But Bryce Harrison fighting back. And these guys, you can see there's not a lot left in the tank.
And here comes Shelly Martinez.
And look at this, Bryce grabs him as she distracts like always.
Oh my goodness, what a DDT.
And face first into the mat. Does Bryce Harrison have enough? And it looks like he thinks he needs some more.
He's going for a high-risk move. I don't know why he's doing this.
He is going up top.
Uh-oh. He got him.
And he nails him with the moonsault. 1, 2, 3.
He got him. Wow.
And you could just see he is spent. Thornstowe, used to tagging in and tagging out. I think the time got to him, Disco.
Yes, it did. See, that's what happens when you're stuck with tag team competition, and then you have to put in the extra minutes by yourself in the match. You never got that break, those intermediate breaks that you would get in tag team matches. You can tag in and out. He had to go the distance, and he couldn't go the distance, could he?